Hi, I'm Josh Sims. On this channel, we will conquer the easiest to the hardest tasks in our everyday lives with our skill meter. From automotive, plumbing, electric, even things around the house. I'm only an amateur trying to get things done, and you're watching. What's going on, everyone? My name is Josh Sims. Welcome to Mr. Everything. So the first episode of this entire channel would actually be on a 2009 Chevy Colorado. And the reason why we're doing this video is because all the studs are seized and breaking. So let's go ahead and run down the task what we have to do. There's a few things to consider when you're doing jobs like this. Now, the first one is make sure your car is in park. Second one, make sure that emergency brake is engaged. Some people will say when you're doing a stud change, they normally put it in neutral, but in my case, this ain't it. Like, I can actually free roll it, do everything I need to do with it, with the wheel, and I don't have that problem. Let's go to the third part. All right, so I'm down here by the wheel. You can tell that's pretty rusty inside here. My best bet, guys, get you some WD-40 and spray all these in here. Because, and I'm saying, make sure that you spray this maybe 24 hours before you start doing this change. Because like I said, there's already been two that's been broken. And I'm just going to go ahead and change out every last one of these. Okay, so normally when you have a seized nut, you can normally just put your socket in and you can just hammer it. And what's this supposed to do is actually break this nut from the wheel itself. So keep hammering on it. So what I'm using is a 3/4 socket, and normally this would actually move the whole entire car, especially if it's been seized for so long. It may even just break, but in my case I have to change out every last one of them because I know they're just far gone. So watch when I pull on this. See that? It's so seized that this won't even come off, even with WD-40. So what do? We actually break them. Now that's the only issue about it. See? When you start turning on that and you start seeing it and it's not going anywhere, it will just automatically break. So we have to break every last one of them. Okay, so this job, it's a hard. It's definitely hard, just because I'm breaking my socket wrenches. I mean, look at it. So I literally didn't have a breaker bar around this house, and I was trying to get every last one of these things off. Guys, when I tell you that this job had been, I mean, so far, it's been hell. It's been hell. Don't get me wrong. I stripped every last one of these studs. I stripped all of the nuts for the wheel. This, how can I put it? It was so seized on here that it was just not coming off. Not even like with the original method. It wasn't just coming off. Guys, I remind you, I am just an amateur. I'm trying to do this. This is my first time doing this, especially on this model. And as you can see, this, like the freaking rotors behind this, I have never seen this before. I've always had really good luck at taking all this stuff off until I seen this. It's a hot mess. and I've never had, like I said, I've never had trouble doing this before. But it's a different model truck, and we're gonna have to get into it. We're just gonna have to get into it. I'm gonna keep going. So here's your tip of the video: if you don't have a pole for a leverage bar, use a post hammer. It works just great. You get all the weight, and it will break off a nut. Do it. All right, guys. So if you're doing the same model as what I'm doing, this was only supposed to be a stud change video, which we're still going to change the studs out. I'm going to show you how to actually do it. But on this model, of course, I had to take every last one of these out. Okay. Before, because this whole thing's going to come straight off this axle. So when you come all the way up here, you have to disconnect this ABS sensor that goes to your hub. Okay. Here, let's go around to the back. All right, so you see these two bolts right here. There's one right here and one down here. All right, this goes to your bracket for your brake pads. Now there's four screws, or four bolts, I'm sorry. They're like right here. You can see where my finger is, down there on the other side. And there's one on the other side of here. Make sure you take that off. And we should be able to go ahead and get all this off. So let's get it. All right, so I got those off. Woo, man, I'll tell you what. And I know you see me using this post hammer. It works. It really does, guys. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just an amateur. I'm figuring out stuff as I go. And what I'm doing right now, I'm putting all the bolts back to where they need to go because I have so many bolts here. And let's go ahead and try to get those four bolts off and see how hard that is. Let's get it. All right, guys. So this is it. This is it right here. Um, Finally got it off, guys. From ordering parts to everything that I actually really needed for this job, it's probably been about a week, or maybe even a little bit more, since I started filming this whole entire episode, and I finally got this off. Now I need to figure out how to get this all off of here. So let's do it. Alright, guys. So we need to knock these out. We're finally here. Alright, so basically all you just do is give these things a tap and they just pop right out. Wow, look how easy. Wow. And this is all I really needed to do. Alright, guys, so once you have your stud, I'm going to use this for example as a hub. And then what you'll do, you just put this in there just like that. And then you'll use your stud installer. And then what you'll do is put this on. And then you'll tighten that up and make sure that this seats all the way to the back. Just like that. And then your stud is in there. Make sure it's flat and flush against this. And guys, that's basically all you do. I know I went through a big process here. It took a lot of time, but this is how you do it, guys. Okay, so what have we learned? Some jobs are just harder than others. I finally got it on. I'm happy. Everything seems to be working well. I hope this video really helped you guys out. This episode has been very frustrating. I finally got it done, but it's been frustrating. And I really hope this helps someone out. Guys, when you take everything off, make sure that you put it all back on how it was. I didn't get that video to actually put it back on. I do apologize for that. But this task was definitely hard just because everything was seized. I was having trouble with the breaker bar situation. It was just a lot of stuff going on. So like, comment, subscribe. Comment on anything on the bottom that could actually help others out. I think that would actually be beneficial to everyone, even me. Just amateur, figuring out how to do things first time. This is definitely a first time thing. So yeah, until next time, this is Mr. Everything. Y'all have a great day.